What's up, fight fans? Jedi's and Sith. I'm Jay Cotto, and welcome to the Boxing and Jedi's Temple. And today I'm going to be reviewing some Star Wars fan films, man. So get comfortable, grab a seat, and let me put you up on these fan films that I ran into. They're a bunch of gems, guys. Show starts in 2 minutes. I'd like to say peace to everybody on the joining. How you doing, everybody? What's going on, everybody? I'm Jay Cotto, and welcome to the Boxing and Jedi's Tavern. And I'm going to give you some Star Wars talk. You know, a lot of things have been happening with Star Wars as to them fucking it up. And of course, a lot of old schoolers like myself, the only thing we believe in is episodes 4, 5, and 6. And then 1, 2, and 3, the prequels came back, and then it went as far as, at least for myself, it went as far as Rogue One. After that, it stops. I do not respect the Force Awakens. I definitely do not respect the Last Jedi. Now, basically, what I'm doing here is I'm gonna give you guys a little list, and I'm gonna do this weekly because there are tons and tons of Star Wars fan films. Now, of course, these have been made way before our knowledge or your knowledge, but no one really talks about them. No one really rates them. No one really goes in depth with these fan films. So basically, I'm going to do that. I'm going to go, and I have a list of of a few that I actually was taking a look at, and these are gems. These are real gems. I mean, the first one is a Vector A Zombie Star Wars fan film. That's what it's called, and it's a 3-part series. Now, the way we're gonna rate these is saber hilts. So 1 saber hilt and 2 saber hilts, 3, okay, all right, it was pretty good. And 4 is, Ross Cloud, what's going on, brother? No doubt the MOBC is a fan of Star Wars, no doubt, brother. Welcome. So basically that's how we're doing it. So 4 hilts is basically, the limit. You know what I mean? Salute, my brother. Thank you, brother. So this is how it's gonna go. I give Vector A Zombie Star Wars fan film. It's a 3-part series, by the way. I give it two saber hilts. Now the way we're gonna do this is we're gonna judge it by costumes, story, special effects, digital effects, makeup, location, acting, and overall Star Wars feel. All right. So first, for Vector A Zombie, let's get into the costumes. The costumes were pretty cool. They were okay. The story was basically zombies and Star Wars. And if I'm not mistaken, some Imperial and Stormtroopers, Imperial fighters and Stormtrooper fighters, and they basically were put into, basically real time, and it was pretty okay. It was okay. The storyline was all right. The special effects was mediocre. As to the digital effects, they could have done better. There was some shots where were fired by the gun, and you can see exactly that it was just one of those added on programs and like some of them were off. Some of the guys that were getting hit, the timing was off, so the effects and the lighting didn't really go too well with that, but it was okay. The makeup was okay. There were some zombies from afar that you can see that all they did was basically just paint it black from afar just to keep them afar, to make it look like a wound from afar. So the locations were terrible. I mean, you can basically see that they did this in basically an apartment complex. Nothing high tech looking. Nothing. The acting was pretty okay. It was okay, and the overall Star Wars feel, none. It was just that it basically had a lot of costumes that tried to bring the Star Wars feel, but didn't actually bring it. But the costumes were there. The imperial Imperial Guard was, the suit was on point. The officer, should I say, was on point. The stormtroopers was pretty cool. The Death Trooper looked pretty good. It was okay. You know what I mean? But overall, I give it 2 saber hilts. The next one was Han Solo, a smuggler's trade. Now this is it's pretty old school. You know what I mean? Yeah, I read Star Wars comics, of course, brother, of course, definitely, Roscliffe. Now I'm gonna have to say that this Han Solo, a smuggler's trade, I have to give it 4 lightsaber hilts. Now, not only did it have the Han Solo look-alike, okay, this story was very, very good. All right, now let's get into costumes. The costumes were excellent. Okay, the storyline was excellent. All right, the storyline was he had to smuggle an artifact. I'm not gonna say in order to save somebody's hide, in which I'm not gonna say, but it was fucking excellent. The special effects very, very good. The digital effects that they had, was few, so we don't really have to go there. The makeup was great. The makeup was great, even on the villain. The acting was superb. Not only did the guy look like Han Solo, he actually pulled off a Harrison Ford the whole fucking flick. It was pretty cool. You guys got to go check that out. The acting was excellent. The locations. The location was great. It was supposed to be somewhere like in Tatooine. It's all sandy and they did a great location. I'm not sure if they built those sets themselves, but that it looked fucking wonderful. Wonderful. Overall Star Wars feel, I give it 4 fucking saber hilts. I felt like I was actually watching something that should have been added on to Star Wars, or like a fucking deleted scene or something. Go check it out. It's called Han Solo, a Smuggler's Trade. You know what I mean? Now the next one was pretty fucking awesome. All right, it was Knights of the Old Republic, Broken Souls. All right, it's pretty old school. Now I give this 4 fucking saber hilts as well. All right. Now this story is basically Darth Revan going up against Nihilus, and it's fucking awesome. It is great. It is great. The costumes were on point. The story's on point. Special effects on point. Digital effects, on point. Makeup on point. The location, great, excellent. The acting was fucking up to par. It was great. Overall Star Wars feel, 4 fucking saber hilts, man, as well. This was badass. You have to check this one out as well. All right, it's called Knights of the Old Republic, Broken Souls. All right. Then the next one we're gonna move on to was the Boba Fett Chronicles. This fan film is the epitome of fucking Boba Fett. Okay, it's 3-part series, and I have to tell you right now, if you always wondered what gadgets, or if you always wanted to see Boba Fett use every gadget within his suit, this shit right here shows you everything. Boba Fett uses everything, even the scanner, everything within his suit, everything is used to his fucking arsenal. You know what I mean? It's fucking awesome. I give it 4 fucking saber hilts. The costumes were on point. Okay, even the snowtroopers that were there on point. The special effects, digital effects were on point. The makeup was fucking awesome. The locations were great. The acting was fucking savage. I thought I was actually watching Boba Fett in action. This guy was moving very, very film. It's called the Boba Fett Chronicles. Check it out here on YouTube. All these films are on YouTube, man. They're fan films. They're fucking awesome. And I'm going to be the only one that's going to be giving them reviews. They should be respected. You know what I mean? These were great, man. Boba Fett, I give it 3.5. The reason why I give it 3.5 is because it has some comedy in it. You know what I mean? I found the comedy a bit moist, not dry. It was okay. You know what I mean? It was okay. It was off at certain points, but they hit certain marks. You know what I mean? It was okay. Now, like I said, the overall Star Wars feel for it, I give it 4 fucking saber hilts. You know what I mean? It's great, man. It is great. So check that one out as well. The Boba Fett Chronicles. This right here shows you everything on Boba Fett's suit. Like this guy uses everything on the gauntlets, everything on the suits, all the knives, all the pockets, everything is shown as to what's in there. It was fucking great. And let me tell you something, Batman ain't got shit on Boba Fett. If people were out there saying that Boba Fett was just a regular ass character and oh the Sarlacc ate him up and shit and oh he was just no. Because even in the Star Wars comic books and as well as in novels and shit, Boba Fett has done miraculous shit, and this right here it's one of the chronicles that it's fucking awesome. Yeah, check it out, Roscoe. It's fucking awesome, man. It's very good. The next one I'm moving up to, of course, is Star Wars Theories Shards of the Past. All right, that was just recently made. There's going to be a second part. I give that 4 fucking saber hilts. That was fucking great. The costumes were on point. The story on point. Special effects, digital effects on fucking point. Makeup was great. The location was fucking awesome. They took a location in a mausoleum, and that shit was fucking carefully planned out. It looked great. It was fucking good. Cooking with Steel Cross. What's going on, brother? Yes, he was the best fucking bounty hunter ever. Gotta agree with you there, cuz. Definitely. How you doing, my brother? Yes, he was, man. So go check out that film, cuz. It's called the Boba Fett Chronicles. There's 3 parts. They're about 25 minutes each. They're awesome. But Shards of the Past, that Vader film was fucking excellent. Excellent. I think it's got like millions and millions of views and shit already. It's got like, I think like fucking 8 million, 9 million views. I'm dead ass. That was a great fucking, it was planned out. That's overall Star Wars feel, fucking 4 saber hilts. That shit made a motherfucker feel like, wow, that's Darth Vader, wow, that's Padme, wow, that's the Emperor, and other shit, Now, the amethyst fucking saber, we know who that is. Is Mace Windu. So, Shards of the, I think the Vader fan film part 2 coming from Star Wars Theories is going to show, if I'm not mistaken, it's going to show Mace Windu coming back. And that's going to be fucking great. That's going to be awesome. And the last one I'm going to talk about, which is something that you should see if you're into animation. This animation it's great. It looks fucking awesome. It's a short, but it's fucking great. And it's called Han Solo, the Han Solo Adventures. It's an animation. It's great. I give it fucking 4 saber hilts for an animation. It's stuck in between. The animation looks like Star Wars Rebels, sort of. It looks sort of like that, but much darker, much greenier. It's fucking awesome. And the story on this was on point. It's all digital effects, so it was fucking great. We can't speak on locations or makeup. The acting on it was great. I think they did use Harrison Ford's voice on that, if I'm not mistaken. I think they actually used his voice to play, to voice the animation of Han Solo. It was fucking awesome. And overall Star Wars feel, 4 saber fucking hilts, man. I have to give it to it, Roskla says Darth Maul fan film is good too. It's like 17 minutes. Yeah, I'm gonna be reviewing that the next one I drop off, But these are the ones, man, that you should go meet. I'm gonna go down the line again. So go get your pen and paper. You know what I mean? I'm gonna talk a little Star Wars. Now, the first one, which got 2 saber hilts, was Vector A Zombie, a Star Wars fan film. Okay, so if you want to incorporate zombies and Star Wars, they're all on YouTube. Yes, sir, cuz they're all on YouTube, my brother. Yes, sir, all on YouTube. The first one is Vector A Zombie. It's a Star Wars fan film, well made, but 2 saber hilts. Gave you my reasons. The next one is Han Solo, A Smuggler's Trade, in which has the guy that looked like Han Solo that they should have picked for Solo, but they didn't. Well, this one gets 4 saber hilts. Awesome. Name again, Han Solo, A Smuggler's Trade. The third one is Knights of the Old Republic, Broken Swords. It would consist of Darth Raven versus Nihilus. I gave that 4 saber hilts as well. Then, of course, the Boba Fett Chronicles, 3 parts. I would have given it 4 fucking saber hilts, but I gave it 3.5 saber hilts because of the comedy that's in it. You see that some comedy didn't hit the mark, but the reason why I gave it the half is because it got there with everything else. It's a 3-part series. Go check that out. You know what I mean? And we got Shards of the Past, 4 fucking saber hilts. Go check that out. All fucking awesome. And last, Han Solo, the Star Wars, the Han Solo Adventures, which is an animation. I give it 4 fucking saber hilts. Go check it out. You know, these are all on YouTube, and it's time that we start paying attention and start paying homage and start respecting these fan films, because a lot of these fan films are much better than the Force Awakens, and it's way much better than the fucking you know, it's way better than, you know, that other shit, the Last Jedi and shit. What's up, unemployed Mario? Good to see you, brother. What's up, brother? It's Star Wars night, man. You know, so go check those out, man. Those are fucking awesome. Now let's talk some Star Wars here, shall we? Let's talk some Star Wars here. Give me 1 second, fellas. So we're gonna talk some Star Wars here. Now, fellas, I'll tell you one thing right now. Let me know right now. It can be up to 2 characters. Who are your favorite characters in Star Wars? I'm live. All right. Now, I can give you that. Let me see. My 2 favorite characters, basically, Luke Skywalker and fucking Darth Vader. You know what I mean? The reason why is because, well, let me get into Luke Skywalker. Okay? You know, Rosclass says Obi-Wan and Luke. Definitely. Unemployed Mario says Darth Maul and Vader. Nice Sith fucking selection. And I tell you right now, there are a lot of powerful fucking, you know, Sith Lords and a lot of powerful Jedi. But the problem here is, you know, these lords and everything, I'm all about the dark side. Yo, the dark side is badass, man. You know what I'm saying? Cooking with Steel Cross says Luke and Fett. Definitely, man. And notice, a lot of people is either with Vader or with Luke, right? Now, Luke, of course, is the #1 motherfucker here. And the problem here is these new Star Wars writers, even starting with Dark Horse Comics with the Star Wars, you know, they were very good. They tried to make an effort to make it match the movies, but then the imagination just started going off. This is where George Lucas should have kept the fucking leash on it and said, you have to follow it. But he gave everybody creative, you know what I'm saying? You know, 10 players, what's going on, brother? 10 players says Luke and Vader. Yeah, he goes, though Yoda's pretty good too. Yoda's the master Jedi. Yeah, like Yoda's the ultimate Jedi. And the second most powerful Jedi, believe it or not, that's next to Yoda, you know, is fucking Mace Windu. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, Vader's darkness is you know what I'm saying, is awesome. And that's the thing. Like, Vader is a sad case, man. You know, this is why Luke was able to bring him to the light side, because he told him, yo, you know, you were tricked. He was tricked. You know what I'm saying? You know, Luke's mother, Padme, you know, he was tricked by saying, look, if you learn some of the dark side as well, you'll be able to give her life, right? But then, of course, Palpatine did the devil shit and fucked him up, where he stood the dark side. So that's why Luke was able to bring him back. And, you know, so that's why Luke has his mantle already as the strongest Jedi, balancing the Force. So all this other shit that all these guys are bringing up, it makes no fucking sense. You know what I mean? Count Dooku is the master dueler, okay? Count Dooku is no fucking joke. Count Dooku is the master dueler. Like, a lot of fucking Jedi have fallen to his fucking blade, son. And that aerodynamic that he has on his blade, there's a reason why it's designed like that, man. Because once he gets the swoop, you know what I'm saying? He's got that little swoop action. Well, how do you think he was able to fucking take off Anakin's fucking hand? And Anakin was known as the best dueler, you know, next to Obi-Wan, because Obi-Wan is no fucking joke either. You know what I mean? Of course, Anakin, because he used the dark side of the Force, defeated Dooku. But before Anakin even turned to the dark side, by killing the younglings and everything, he was already turned to the dark side the moment he decapitated Dooku. And this is what people aren't following. That is not the way of a Jedi. The only way you will be decapitated is by self-defense, which is how Jango Fett got decapitated by fucking Mace Windu, was because they was in the middle of the war and he was the fucking opposition. And he fucking killed him because he was trying to shoot him with his blaster. So what did he do? To end it all off, fucking Mace Windu decapitated Jango Fett. You know what I mean? What's up, Hybrid 95? You know, Ross Class says Jar Jar Binks. Jar Jar Binks was a very good character. he was annoying, but he was a very good character. He was there. He was put in this move in these flicks for comic, how I say, comic relief for the children and for those that were seeking comic. Because Star Wars has everything: action, comedy, drama. It has everything that a movie has. Facts. And yeah, no doubt. Cause, bro, Steel, Dooku was awesome, bro. Dooku was the master fucking a Sith fencer, man. Hybrid says Han Solo, Count Dooku, Luke Skywalker, no doubt. Good selection. Unemployed says, can you read my last question, Chief? I'm interested in your opinion. Let's see. My bad, my brother. Let me try to find it. Who's the most underrated character in Star Wars? I think the most underrated character in Star Wars would have to be Boba Fett. A lot of guys don't pay respect to Boba Fett. They think that they just gave him that name, and a lot of these fucking SJWs now that are trying to rewrite shit, they're trying to say that Boba Fett has no. Now, when they brought it back to the prequels, they showed you exactly. Dean, stop it. They showed you exactly what the fuck, how important Boba Fett was, and the reason why he became a bounty hunter and why he had to keep that Mandalorian bloodline of bounty hunters going. Because his father fell to Jedi. That's why he hated Jedi. And he's seen that shit right in front of his own eyes. So for him to always capture, let me give you a maneuver that he did that a lot of motherfuckers don't understand, that they thought that it was the Empire that actually sabotaged and caught Han Solo when it wasn't. It wasn't. You know who it was? It was Boba Fett who set Han Solo up to get caught up in Cloud City. Look how smart he was, man. You know what I mean? And he wasn't even intimidated by Darth Vader, because Darth Vader, like he told him, Darth Vader never got crazy with him, like he told Lando Calrissian, yes, I am switching the deal. Is there a problem? He didn't go that way. Boba Fett told him, we can't have him damaged. And all Darth Vader said was, if he dies in the cryogenic chamber, we will compensate you. You know what I'm saying? Darth Vader knew his limits with Boba Fett too. Boba Fett is no fucking joke. To me, that is the most underrated fucking character. That's so fucked up. These people need to really put him in his mantle. You know what I mean? Roscott says, I hated Jar Jar. I can't lie. I mean, it was there, but Jar Jar was there for comic relief. I mean, because think about it. This is why I love George Lucas, man. George Lucas 101. When you make a movie, you can have two fucking characters like a Lauren Hardy, or every story has that comic relief. But when you keep running C-3PO, see, this is why I didn't understand Jar Jar Binks until maybe 3 to 4 years after. Then I started understanding, wait, he was there for comic relief, because if they use too much if you keep running C-3PO and R2, the formula gets tired. You know what I mean? And everybody also has to understand this was way before The Last Hope, 4, 5, and 6. Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. 10 Player says, yo, Jay, not to jump off topic, but you ever see the Bruce Lee nunchuck saber vid? Oh, yeah. He had the yellow sabers. Oh, this is nasty, kid. And the other dude had the fucking, the red samurai sword. That shit was off the fucking meat rack, 10. No doubt, bro. Or no doubt, you agree, no doubt, Steel. 76, we all know that Liam Neeson. Now, I gotta say, Qui-Gon Jinn, too bad he didn't last to the second one. But there are stories of Qui-Gon Jinn. And Qui-Gon Jinn is a bad motherfucker. As a matter of fact, Qui-Gon Jinn was the first one to break out and walk fucking in the spirit world of the Force. Then he taught it to Obi-Wan Kenobi. That's why Yoda told him to come to Dagobah, because there is someone from the other side who wants to speak to you. And from there, Master Yoda taught Obi-Wan Kenobi his last steps to becoming a Jedi Master. Henceforth, there are other fucking adventures of Kenobi on fucking the planet what was it, Tatooine, where where he had to watch over Luke as he was growing up. So expect that to be told too. There are a lot of things that people haven't looked into, but they're so quick to say, oh, he's a whack character. Oh, he's a whack character. Even Lobot from Cloud City's an awesome fucking character. He was the first fucking Siri. Think about it. Lobot, Lando Calrissian's sidekick, he was a walking fucking Android, iPhone, whatever you were. He controlled Cloud City himself. He was a walking Bluetooth. Guys, Star Wars is life. You know what I mean? But Qui-Gon Jinn was the first one to you know what I'm saying? Start using that Force Ghost shit. Tommy Temple, what's good, brother? Welcome. Yeah, man, that Bruce Lee shit is crazy. Unemployed Mario says the person who did the voiceover for Jar Jar went through some deep depression after the criticism. I felt bad for him. Yeah, he killed himself, man. Yeah, he did, man. But that's what happens. You know, that's what happens with a lot of these Star Wars fans. You know what I'm saying? They just don't, you know, it happens with a lot of platforms. You got the extremes. You got the ones that aren't happy, but yet they don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. You know, you can ask these guys what was the 12 parsecs, right? Parsecs and shit, and they'll describe the one from fucking Solo, the fucking that last bullshit Solo, right? But they won't tell you exactly how it was written in the novel on how that's not the way. You know what I'm saying? He beat the you know what I'm saying? He beat the Smuggler's Run in 12 parsecs. You know what I mean? You know, so it's crazy though. You know, let me see. Roscoe says Obi-Wan had Anakin number one though. Anakin can't fuck with Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan was top dueler. The only reason, I mean, look at the power of Anakin. I mean, of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obi-Wan Kenobi was the bridge of the last of showing you exactly how the Jedi were. And even when you get to that old age where they picked up on the Last Hope, exactly how fucking nice a Jedi and how he still had his reflexes when in the cantina, the smuggler's cantina, he cut the motherfucker's arm off for fucking with Luke. You know what I mean? That shit was fucking crazy. You know, let me see. Oh, my man Gangstar OG, what's going on, brother? On the phone at the pool hall, but much love, fam. No doubt, man. Thank you for playing me along and playing your pool game, man. Enjoy, brother. Corner pocket, baby. Corner pockets. Mace Windu is life. Let me tell you something. That is my favorite Master Jedi. Mace Windu is the only Jedi that can walk in between the light side and the dark side. He has created his own fucking style of lightsaber dueling. You know what I mean? And I have a feeling that, you know, in the future, they will be bringing back Mace Windu. I have a feeling. Mace Windu is a bad motherfucker. Look, Anakin Skywalker. The reason why they should have brought him back was because Obi-Wan Kenobi fucking destroyed Anakin. And then he met him again when he was at Darth Vader stage. He still couldn't fuck with him. And the reason why Obi-Wan died was because he killed himself, right? He says, even if you strike me down, Darth, I will be more powerful than you can ever imagine, right? So he gave himself up to the light side of the Force, and boom, boom, right? That's the only reason why. Obi-Wan Kenobi and Mace Windu and Yoda were the baddest motherfuckers. Those three held down the Jedi Temple, the Jedi Order. You know what I mean? Mace Windu was by the book. The thing with Mace Windu was that sometimes he didn't give you what you wanted, and he had those reasons because he's been there, he's done that. So when Anakin was going to be promoted, and every time he wanted to go do this and do that, Mace Windu was like, no, he's not ready. Had they all listened to Mace Windu at the time, none of this would have occurred. Anakin never would have been in the dark side. Mace Windu was a major factor in that Jedi Temple, in that Jedi Order, because he was the enforcer. Like he was the one that put a motherfucker in his place. Like, no, you're not doing it, and I don't care what you say. And that's exactly how he talked to Anakin. He told Anakin, no, you will do this. And he also told Obi-Wan, yo, there's something wrong with your man. You need to put him in his place. Like, he kept the order. And Yoda was like the general of fucking Jedis. The oldest. Right? So now you have all these Jedis, and it was an inside job what happened with Order 66. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? 76 says life without Mace Windu is a Star Wars without diversity. Exactly. Even though you have Billy D. Williams and you know and others as well, You know, I'm telling you, wow, didn't know that about Jar Jar. Yeah, man, it was fucked up, man. You know, the Star Wars fucking crazy ass. You know, Rascal says Obi-Wan can be Vader, but young Anakin Obi can be. Anakin Obi can be. Well, like I said, we can't really tell if Darth Vader would have beaten Obi-Wan because, like I said, Obi-Wan gave himself to the light side. You know, like he stopped dueling. So you know, Rascal says, "Damn, I didn't know that about Jar Jar either." Unemployed Mario says, "Yeah, the Jar Jar voice went through some shit. Yeah, man." 10 player says, "Unemployed Def will appreciate it." Cena Dave, what's going on, my people? Say what's up to Cena Dave, kid. No doubt, Unemployed says, I'm thinking that chat after a long day of work. No doubt, brother. No doubt. We chatting alone, brother. That's what I'm here for, bro. Alleviations, get rid of the frustrations. No doubt. 76 says, how come if there is a bunch of Jedi and only 2 or more Siths and the 4th is in balance, so balance means no Siths? No. Balance means, see, like Anakin. Anakin was supposed to bring balance. He was supposed to be on the light side, right? But what happened was he was seduced. So now he had his seeds. So it was between Leia and fucking Luke. And of course, Leia had some of the Force. And all she could do is really just receive. Like, The Empire Strikes Back showed you Leia's Force powers. Telepathic and feeling bad situations. That's it. That's as far as in the Force she went. That's as far as in the Force she went. That other Mary Poppins shit, man. Fuck Rian Johnson. So now, you know, you've got Luke who took his destiny. I want to become a Jedi like my father before me, right? And that's exactly what he did. And Obi-Wan Kenobi was there and even gave him the youngling training where he had the fucking, and this is the thing that everybody's not understanding. Where in the fuck on the Millennium Falcon was that fucking training droid with the helmet? Where did Obi-Wan Kenobi pull that out from? Because we didn't see Obi-Wan Kenobi pack a bag. Could it possibly be that Han Solo is such a great smuggler that he happened to have that on his fucking ship? I believe so. I believe so. Later. I believe so. 76 says, Unemployed says, hopefully y'all stay blessed. No doubt. You too, my brother. No doubt, man. God bless, bro, and stay vigilant, brother. May the Force be with you. 10 player says, old Obi-Wan was better. Young Obi wouldn't let Vader get any booty. That's why he turned to the dark side. Yo, that was a joke going on, bro, within the Star Wars circles back in the day, 10 players. We used to say that shit all along. Like, Obi-Wan's cock blocking. Obi-Wan's cock. But what people don't understand is Obi-Wan had a wife as well. You know, Obi-Wan had a wife. Obi-Wan had a family. This is why you must read more into the Star Wars lore, into the novels. Read more into that. There's even a novel that was released about Princess Leia getting into the politics. Princess General Leia Organa getting into the politics and how they found out that Vader was her father and how they shunned her and how she had to go back into the Republic. It was crazy, bro. Into the rebels and shit. It was crazy, man. You know, it was crazy. 76. The thing I don't like about Siths is they don't care about each other and they only care about getting stronger. Yeah, and passing on the Sith Order. You know what I mean? The Sith Order is to just spread the plague, spread the darkness, destroy the Jedi, become stronger with yourself. Basically like a Luciferian indoctrination. You know, self-preservation. Don't care about others. Make sure you're good. You know, that's exactly what the Sith are. The only way that the Sith care for each other is within one stage, and that stage is when the Sith is an apprentice. Right? When the Sith is an apprentice. After he becomes stronger, even the fucking teacher himself tells the fucking apprentice, you must defeat me in order to pass on. So he's got to kill his fucking master. It didn't happen with Vader and Palpatine because Palpatine knew his fucking place. Palpatine was not stronger than Vader. You know what I mean? Unemployed said, I never thought of that. No, no doubt, bro. Steele says, I didn't think that Luke didn't fight in person on The Last Jedi. Yeah, like he didn't. That was all a force projection. And listen, that's not supposed to kill Luke Skywalker. Luke Skywalker is one with the force. What's up, Rory? How you doing, brother? Thank you for joining. May the force be with you, man. That force, look, for Christ's sake, Luke Skywalker brought down Starship fucking. He brought down the Starfighters. He brought down galactic starships with the force, bro. Luke Skywalker was also known to fucking regenerate life. Like Luke Skywalker was the ultimate, the last Jedi. And this is what we thought it was going to be. But this is what they did. They fucking tried to make Rey the last fucking Jedi. They also tried to say that, yeah, he's the last Jedi, right? And he died and he passed the torch to Rey. No, he didn't. He didn't even give Rey fucking extensive training. This bitch ain't never go to the Dagobah system, which still fucking existed. These motherfuckers never even went back to Cloud City. They never went back to the Dagobah system. They never went back to Tatooine, which was not destroyed. What the fuck? These are not Star Wars films. Roy says, who do you rather have direct the next Star Wars film, David Lynch or Stanley Kubrick? That's a good question, Rory. Isn't Kubrick dead? Cena Day said, is very influenced by the Kung Fu world. Right? It sure is, because they have the gi and shit. And, you know, she was fucking crazy. The alien. Welcome, the alien, no doubt. And the alien says, but he got whooped by Kenobi. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Rey's a weak-ass character. Yes, he is. Oh, he might be dead. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? No doubt, Rory. Yo, listen. Rey's a weak character, bro. She has no origin. Now they're trying to say that she's a fucking Palpatine. This is the leak that's been going around. That she was a Kenobi. This is why they haven't released anything, because they're putting these little things out there, guys, so that way they can get our feedback, so that way they can they're still writing this shit, bro. They didn't wrap no shoot, no nothing. The reason why they said that was to say, okay, they wrapped it up, so now they're editing and all these motherfuckers can fix that shit a week before release. You know what I mean? It's a bunch of bullshit. This shit is not going to be fixed. J.J. Abrams is having a fucking problem. That's why they're talking all this retcon shit. You know, if you really was going to retcon, then you would have started all over again. We started all over again. Fuck The Force Awakens. Fuck The Last Jedi. And start all over again. But people want to praise J.J. Abrams. I don't praise J.J. Abrams because he's not going to save the Star Wars fucking universe. As well as fuck him because he turned down 8. And he also turned down 9, but he took the mantle of 9. I don't know why. You should have kept it moving, JJ. I'm not proud of what you're about to do, which is really confuse us a little bit more. All that bullshit about Rian Johnson took your shit and fucking turned it upside down. Right, but that's because you decided to pull out of the fucking project. You should have stood with 7, 8, and 9. But instead, you gave it to this motherfucker. I don't want to hear nothing about, oh, it's the higher ups that gave. No, it's out there. He had the choice. He had the choice. Can you close the door? He had the choice. He had the choice. You know what I mean? He had the choice. And he just walked in. And then all of a sudden, he picked up the last one. Oh, yeah. You're not going to fall into my grace as an old school Star Wars fan. No, you're not going to fall into my graces. Why should you fall into my graces where the reason why Star Wars is fucked up is because of you? When you did The Force Awakens, that was pretty good. You gave us a little bit of the Star Wars feel. You gave us the chemistry. But and then you pulled out, and that's why they gave it to fuckface Johnson. Then you come back with 9. What the fuck did you expect 8 to be? You know they shitted on yours. You made a blueprint and you pulled out. You know, Rory says, I didn't believe that mine that mind game with the lightsaber and the true enemy would work. It was too dumb. Exactly. Zone 6, no doubt, baby. Thoughts on Shields, brother? Or are you just talking Star Wars? I'll give you a quick thought on Shields real fast. I think that Hammer got Shields, bro. Shields get his too much. She's a wide swinger, plants her feet, and she's gonna be stalking. She thinks she's a stalker. She doesn't know how to calm down with the stalking. So that's what's gonna get her tagged up. She's gonna lose by points. I hope that was a good summary, my bro. Steel Cross says, it'd be nice if Boba Fett is an undercover Jedi. What would be nice is if they brought Boba Fett back. He escaped the Sarlacc pit. He's been looking for Solo, but now Solo's fucking dead because his son took him out. So now he's got to take out Solo's lineage. And he could be trying to get at Kylo Ren for killing his target. You see how you can do this when you're a Star Wars fan since 77. You know it's easy to put shit together. I'm a writer myself. My book is out there, Sector Urantia. Drop your email right here and I'll give you a free copy tonight. No doubt, just drop your email. I'll give you a copy of my book, Sector Urantia. I've been giving it out for the past month for free, so go and get it. You know what I mean? I'm writing myself. It's so easy. Look, this is how you fix episode 9. Where you can bring Luke Skywalker back, where you can bring Snoke back. Turn that one into a fucking nightmare, like a nightmare that Rey was having. How do you start off number 9? The fucking Millennium Falcon landing. All of a sudden, they see a dark figure in a hood. He walks in. It's Luke Skywalker. Rey's having convulsions, holding the lightsaber hilt, because we all remember how the lightsaber hilt was taking her places psychologically, right? Was taking her places mentally, right? So once she had this hilt right here, once she held this fucking hilt right here, right? Once she had the Anakin, the Skywalker lineage, the fucking heirloom. Once she had this hilt, she would have convulsions and thinking. So that's how they can fix this. It was a forced nightmare manipulated by Snoke because he was already manipulating her fucking force wave with fucking Kylo fucking Rens, right? This is how you can fix it. So you make 8 look like a fucking reverse world, a nightmare. So Luke wakes her up. Luke says, we got a lot of work to do. He understands. He knows that, Princess Leia has been killed. He knows about Han Solo as well. You know what I mean? So this is why he has to fucking train her properly. This is why, he has to also harness and teach her the ways of the Force. Her training would have been complete. She would have been a certified character. Her whole fucking mystique of who the fuck is Rey could have been his daughter, where he had Mara Jade. Mara Jade could have been on that planet with Luke hidden and just came out before they taken off, giving her a hug and a kiss and calling her mom or some shit, right? It could have been all fucking fixed. It could all have been fixed. But since it's gentrification on the culture, what they do is they go and they fuck shit up like this and make it look like a piece of shit by going like this. Oh, it's nothing. Have Luke Skywalker throw away his father's fucking family heirloom. It's nothing. All that shit throws away Luke Skywalker's whole fucking claim to wanting to be a fucking Jedi. He wanted to be a Jedi like his father before him. He helped his father turn into the light side. All of a sudden, what? He got depressed? He tries to go and kill his fucking nephew? You take away all this from Luke Skywalker, not knowing that Luke Skywalker, Star Wars, is because of Luke Skywalker. The whole fucking story has to do with the reason why George Lucas wrote this is because it reminded him of him and his father's little fucking grudge. And it is passed on to us. And Star Wars is life, is lessons. If a lady needs lessons of a woman and your mother's not there, take a look at Princess Leia. She will teach you how to turn the scoundrel into a gentleman. The smoothest man's man, bro. Han Solo. A hero up on a pedestal. The person you wanted to be. A righteousness. Luke Skywalker. Everybody's favorite pet. Loved him. Obedient. Catch a bullet for you. Chewbacca. Everybody's got 2 fucking friends that are always fighting and are fools. R2-D2 and C-3PO. Star Wars is life, dude. And now this is a special feeling. This is something that's given to us. And it's supposed to be passed down in tradition. And these fucks fucked up tradition. Because Star Wars is tradition. There will be no more lines around the block waiting through all types of fucking weather in order to see this flick anymore. You know, Template says, they can bring Luke back. They just need new writers and directors. Luke just vanished. It's not like there was a funeral. Exactly. The alien says, who's more powerful, Jango Fett or Boba Fett? I would have to say Boba Fett because he surpassed his father. His father died at a young age. And, you know, but from what we've seen from Jango always got his target. And he had connections within the bounty hunting world. As to Boba Fett, always worked alone. Boba Fett was a loner. A loner. You know what I mean? A loner. Steel Cross says, 10 players, have Luke train new Jedi and have him do some serious real saber fighting. Exactly. Which is, Luke opened up a temple. This is what I'm saying. Like, the Knights of Kylo Ren, they're trying to say they came from from Luke's, you know, where Mara Jade and Luke have brought up the fucking other Jedi. Where are the other fucking Jedi? Why? Kylo Ren killed them all. Okay, fine. So it still does not explain exactly why Luke went into this fucking depression. It still don't explain to us why fucking Kylo Ren destroyed the fucking Jedi Academy that fucking Luke had fucking started again. And how he turned into because Snoke was looking for him. We have yet to see that. It's a bullshit story and the shit just don't add up. Luke Skywalker holding up his fucking saber over his nephew, ready to kill him because he felt the dark side in him. That's not the way Luke would have handled that shit. That's all Rian Johnson's little fucking temper tantrums from being thrown into the fucking locker when he was a young fucking prick. Know what I'm saying? You know, Tim Player says, Cooking, totally agree. Too bad they destroyed the real Luke. Exactly, man. He also says the new Luke couldn't beat a girl that never trained in her entire life. Exactly. I mean, the reason why he fell back and fell down was because he tripped, of course. But Luke told her, this is not going to go the way you think it's going to go. And it went exactly the way she thought it was going to go. This is fucking ridiculous. This Reylo shit, this Twilight shit must stop. These guys are trying to fucking make a love story where we're really supposed to have Jaina Solo and her brother, which would have made a little sense too if they would have had Kylo Ren and fucking Rey, the fucking children of Han and Leia. But what happened? They want to make this shit. They want to talk shit. Oh, Luke Skywalker kissed his sister. Dude, first of all, they didn't know they were brother and sister at that time. Second of all, Leia moved in and kissed and just kissed them to spite fucking Han Solo. And when they found out they were brother and sister, nothing else went on after that. Nothing else after that fucking went on, right? So, like, you know, these SJWs try to fuck everything up. You know what I mean? Sporting icons, what's up? That's right. Star Wars talk, baby. No doubt. Once again, I'm going to go down because we got to pay tribute to these Star Wars films, and they're great. So I'm going to go down and give you a nice little list, and they're here on YouTube. Number 1, Vector A, Zombie, a Star Wars fan film. Okay? This one, I gave it, the ultimate is 4 saber hilts. I gave it 2 saber hilts. But otherwise than that, it's pretty good. Go check it out. Go check it out. Hold on, guys. I'm just trying to put my my shit on a charger. There we go. All right. The second one is Han Solo, a smuggler's trade. It has a guy that looks just like Han Solo. Go check it out. I gave it 4 fucking saber hilts. The third one is Knights of the Old Republic, Broken Souls. I gave it 4 saber hilts. Very good. The fourth one is the Boba Fett Chronicles. I gave it 4 fucking saber hilts, and it comes in 3 parts. Go check that out. Of course, if you haven't seen it, Shards of the Past, 4 fucking saber hilts. Go check that out. And the last one is Han Solo, Star Wars Han Solo's the Adventures of Han Solo's, which is an animation. Give it 4 saber hilts. Catch these, man. If you're missing and you're lacking Star Wars material, go see these fan films, man. They're much better than The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi, bro. Like, I'm gonna go watch the rest of this the rest of the Boba Fett Chronicles. And I tell you, sporting icons, I tell you, bro, everybody, if you wondered exactly what Boba Fett's uniform would do, what are these gadgets? What do they do? He's never used them before. The Chronicles of Boba Fett will show you everything on that fucking suit, dude. From the radar that goes down and reads and tells him what's coming off, how many enemies. I never knew Boba Fett could do that shit. He's also the knife and the daggers he got on the side, everything in his pocket. Batman ain't got shit. Batman ain't got shit on Boba Fett. Boba Fett got gadgets, man. This nigga took down a whole fucking Imperial fucking squad. Awesome. Awesome, bro. Sporting Icon says, I'm hearing Kylo will be getting in some kind of time machine from Vader's castle and will stop the fight between Anakin and Obi-Wan to stop the future events of the Empire in his redemption. Yeah, and you know what else? Sporting Icons. You know what else, Icons? They're trying to say that Rey's a Palpatine. They're going to say that Rey is a fucking Palpatine, bro. Put that in your shit tank. Totally ruined. Totally ruined. Uncalled for. Uncivilized. Asinine. Making no sense. These guys fucked Star Wars up. So this is why when you go and you check out these fan films, they are worth it. And they give you the Star Wars feels. You know what I mean? Ray needs to be written off in Act 1 of Episode 9. Oh my God, tell me about it. Gangstar OG says, I'm surprised Tien Johnson didn't joke. Yup, dirty Kylo and Ray. Exactly, right? But that's the thing. They're gonna make it like that. They're gonna make it. They're already calling it the Reylo connection. They twilighted fucking Star Wars, guys. They twilighted these motherfuckers. They're trying to make it into this teen bop romance. God, no, man. Vampires aren't supposed to fucking glitter. And neither are fucking Sith. But who the fuck says that Kylo Ren's a fucking Sith? He's not. He's not a Sith master. His fucking kyber crystal's cracked. So he has an unstable fucking... He's a fucking Sith wannabe. And peace to my homegirl, Stephanie Janizek, who knows Star Wars, pointed out to everybody that he is not nowhere near a Sith because his eyes did not turn red or yellow. He's so much he wants to be dark, but he's torn in between. He thought that by killing fucking Han Solo, his father, that was going to give him the power of the dark side, and it didn't. Yes, 10 plays. I'm serious, brother. Raska says, Ray, the most wasted, useless main character. Tell me about it, bro. Gangstar says, Joe Dirt. Raska, Twilight, I was hoping Blade was gonna make a cameo and kill them all. You know what I'm saying? No, but they twilighted these motherfuckers. Like, they're trying to give it these watered down romances. Like, we all know that Ray and Kylo are supposed to be brother and sister somehow. Or cousins. Something. But now they're making it a Palpatine to make that love interest. Right? You ain't never see a Star Wars character. Look how fucking homo and stupid they went with Star Wars. You ain't never see a Star Wars character with his shirt off. The way they did it with fucking Kylo Ren in the last one. That Rey was like, oh, put the shirt on. Get the fuck out of here. This ain't 50 Shades of fucking Rey. Or 50 Shades of Kylo. Or 50 Shades of Vader. Motherfuckers. Fuck out of here with that. What have you done? What have you fucking done? Sporting Icon says they should have made Luke a Sith before killing him off, right? Something. Give us a little bit of flavor in the fucking chicken or something, right? Simply says Kylo's not even Han's son. You feel what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't supposed to, but they made it that way. They fucking made it that way. And it's gross. First of all, Kylo Ren is too much of an emo child, too pussy. Too sheltered to fucking be a Han Solo or Princess Leia. They can't even blame Luke Skywalker if they want to go with the storyline that they left him with fucking Luke so Luke could raise him because he had the fucking Force in him because of Leia's bloodline, right? Being connected. Luke wouldn't have even raised a pussy like that. Are you fucking kidding me? Luke wouldn't have even Luke probably would have smacked him up and told him, bro, your father's an OG, bro. Your father's a fucking pimp, bro. Your father is the fucking man's man. Why are you acting like a fucking sissy? Why are you throwing temper tantrums? Are you kidding me? Sporting Icon says, Roscott says that Sporting Icons, the way Luke went out was garbage. Hell yeah. Sporting Icon says, I agree. They killed Luke off wrong. Thus killed my childhood with Star Wars. Exactly. Now, I'm going to tell you something right now. Icons and everyone else, Star Wars isn't dead to me. It isn't dead to me. Look, if you guys haven't seen it, I'm going to show you real fast. For those that are just catching up, I've made a fucking a huge scale fucking Millennium Falcon that I'm working on, and it's the size of my fucking almost my living room. And I've put a lot of detail into this shit, you know, and I'm still working on it. This is how I'm fabricating the barges and shit, right? Of course, you see the pieces there on the side that I'm using from different fucking model kits. Now, all this has been, look at, these are dioramas that I make. It was Han and Luke, cool as fuck. You know what I'm saying? And I made all these little pieces here. You know, I've got tons of dioramas, man. All of those figures over there, Star Wars figures over there. You know what I'm saying? All my dioramas up there with Star Wars. These motherfuckers can't kill my childhood. And this is what they wanted, Icons. They wanted motherfuckers like me and you who put in a lot of fucking time, effort, and money, right? Put in a lot of time, effort, and money to just give up on it so that you face can come in since Disney bought it and be like, oh yeah, it's nothing. It's nothing. Oh, fuck the old guys, because that's what they wanted to do. They wanted to say, fuck the old guys. Let's make this shit into something, you know, that the new crowd could fuck around with. You know what I mean? And I fabricated this shit all by myself. You don't believe me? Look, all that is poster board. I'm going to show you right now. Look at this little mess I have here. All that. I cut shapes and I fabricated this shit all from scratch myself. My living room right now is looking crazy, but this shit will be done. You know what I mean? It's huge. The shit is fucking huge, bro. And I've also made the cockpit, which is gonna go here. You know what I mean? And this is why they wanted to do that. They wanted to take Star Wars away from us. They wanted us to forget. You know what I mean? They wanted us to forget. Guys, they wanted us to be like, oh, fuck you, you know, you guys ain't shit. You know, you gave Lucas the money. They knew that it was going to be a very hard task to find writers that were going to give us the same Star Wars feel, the same Star Wars, how do you say, the same Star Wars chemistry, right? Because you had a lot of new guys. Let me show you the cockpit as well. Hold on. And the cockpit, I've designed with lights. You know what I mean? I've designed this shit with lights myself. Like, you know, I put lights in it myself. You know, and let me just raise it here so you guys can see. I'm gonna give you an overhead view. You know what I'm saying? I designed the cockpit that's gonna go on the side, 4-seater, of course. You know what I mean? It's got the controls and shit and the panels that I put in there all chromed out. You know what I mean? I still have work to do on it. You know, and they're trying to take it. It's also got real windows and shit. You know, it's got real glass that I put in there. You know, they can't take Star Wars away from us. It's in our blood, bro. We grew up doing this shit. You know what I mean? We grew up, bro. Star Wars is surrounded. It's all of us. It bonds us. You know what I mean? So they can never kill Star Wars. They can never do that to us. But what we can do is teach them a lesson like we have been, and do what I've been saying. Execute order number. Remember how they had execute order 66, which was kill the Jedis? Well, execute order number 9. Do not go see episode number 9, and do not buy anything from Disney or Marvel. Fuck them. You know what I mean? You know, Templator says, it was idiotic. There was already the Lords of the Galaxy. They won. Kylo was an idiot. Exactly. Cena says, he goes, me living room Falcon. Huh? No doubt, Dave. You see the size of that shit? It took up my whole table. So I'm building it, though, and it's going to go right on the wall. You know what I mean? Beautifully displayed. Sporting Icon says, Disney deliberately trying to get rid of the old guard because we scrutinize everything, right? Even when it's far to say Lando fucking the Falcon. Exactly. Lando Calrissian fucked the Millennium Falcon because he used to fuck his droid, the fucking social justice warrior droid, that fucking D8-9, the DD7 bitch. You know what I mean? Shit is crazy. Sporting Icon says, your wife more patient than mine. My wife would go crazy if I started building things like that. Yeah, man. Yeah. But you know what? She's an artist too. You know, my wife's an artist too, so she understands. She don't get in my lane when it comes to shit like that. As long as I clean up after myself. I mean, the shit's left on the table. I just got to pick up all the little pieces that I have on the ground from, you know, cutting and fabricating and making, you know, as long as that's picked up by the end of the night, I won't get my ass kicked. You know what I mean? I got to listen to the wife. Definitely, though. I feel your icons. You know, Cena says, we'll be cool to see it finish. Yes, sir, Dave. Yes, sir, Cena Dave. Yes, sir. You know, I'm trying, man. You know, it's a big project. Huge fucking project, man. Sporting Icon says, I have the same passion though. I would love to build stuff like that and immerse into that kind of thing. You can, like, when I have the time, it could be an hour, it can be 4 hours. I'll throw the work in the best I can. The best I can. Then I'll go out and, you know, since I like making dioramas and stuff, I'll go out and look for lights like this, you know, shit that change colors and shit like that, and you know, little foam pieces and shit that are already cut out. You know, I'll go and find this and shit. You know, now I'm going to a new venture where I'm gonna be making my own action figures. Yeah, I'm gonna be making my own action figures, 6 inches. You see this here? This is a bag of magic with hot water. And of course the mold out, which I'm going to be making molds. I am going to create my own characters, and they're going to be colored. They're going to be fully posable. They're going to be articulated. They're going to look like the real thing. I'm going to be making my own characters, and I'm going to be fabricating my own Star Wars characters. I'm going to be making a shit ton of fucking stormtroopers and jump troopers and fucking all types of troopers. I'm going to have an army and a half. This right here is exactly what's going. Yeah, I'm going to make my own action figures. Now, when you melt this, it turns into a hard plastic, and you get to mold it. You pour it into the mold, and I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, articulation. I'm gonna be doing crazy shit, bro. I have an associate's degree in this shit. I have an associate's degree, cartooning, animation, and special effects. So, you know what I mean? Why not put it to use, man? You know what I mean? Template says we need to put an engine in that model and make it fly. 10 players, definitely, right? Turn that shit into a nice fucking hover drone. Hell yeah, brother. Icon says, I used to make Predator and Terminator models and sell them on eBay. Awesome, bro. Awesome. And you know what? That's what I'm doing with my dioramas and shit. You know, I made a fucking Thanos throne. I'm not sure if you guys seen it, but I made a fucking Thanos throne and shit. And let me just pull it down here. I made a Thanos throne, and I put Proxima in there, which is part of his Dark Fleet, and this is what it's looking like. You know what I mean? The throne of Thanos, and I fabricated this myself. You know what I mean? I just took styrofoam and I spray painted it, and then I put a little bit of peroxide, which caused the acid look to it to make it look like rock and granite stones. You know what I mean? So basically, I fabricated this as Thanos' throne. You know what I mean? So I make awesome dioramas and shit. Then if you can also tell in the back, I've got the color of the gemstones colored there in back of Proxima's head and shit. You know what I mean? So like I said, man, you know, when you play with these things, they're considered toys. When you just collect them and leave them on a shelf and build stuff for them and just put them there, for us grown-ups, that's how we play with our toys. We make dioramas and just leave them there. You know what I mean? Which are called collectibles. There's a difference. Me and my sister-in-law, she's like, oh, you got a new toy? I'm like, collectible. And she's like, oh, my bad. You know what I'm saying? You gotta correct, because you don't want to be fucking taken as a fucking, you know, as a fucking kid and shit. We have hobbies. Some guys collect cars. I collect fucking, you know what I'm saying? I'm into my shit, man. These were escapes. In the 80s, the 90s, we had all these escapes, man. Action figures, cartoons, the video games. And a lot of you old motherfuckers are still with it too. Template says Sporting Icons. You need to show some pictures of that. Oh yeah, definitely, bro. I would love to see those. If you got any photos of the stuff you used to make, man, please send them in. Roscott says that Sporting Icons. No way, did you? I sell NECA Preds all the time on eBay. They go for a lot. Yeah, hell yeah. Sporting Icons says I used to make a fortune. Yeah, I'll grab the pics and put them up at some point. Yeah, definitely. Please do, man. That'll be awesome, brother. Templayer says Sporting Icons. You need to show some pictures of that. Ignore those typos. Yeah, definitely, man. That'll be great to fucking see, man. Because my Sporting Icon says my last Predator was 3 feet tall. Woo! Wow, that's a big scale model, bro. You know what I'm saying? Roscoe says making custom figs take time. Not with me, brother. I'm a fat brother. I am fast. I'm gonna be making custom figures. Like, let me tell you something. Once I'm done with this Millennium Falcon, it's figure time. It's figure time. Know what I'm saying? The whole trick is get yourself a 3D laser printer, bro. Nothing too big. Nothing too big. Get yourself a 3D laser printer. You get that material right there, and you put it right in there. And then there are other things that you gotta get in order to make the articulations. Simple, brother. Simple. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Thanks, guys. Roscoe says my kids piss me off when they lose my accessories. Bro, I have all my accessories, man. I have all my accessories. Let me tell you. Look, I'm gonna put you up on some collecting hints. I got all my accessories. Hands, lightsaber hilts, you know, hands, guns, all types of shit. I keep them in these little cases here that you can get when you order your Figma or your SH Figuarts, or you know, they come with cases like this, especially the Marvel ones. So I just keep them in here. I keep these motherfuckers in here. You know what I mean? And as you can see, I got different heads in there, like you know, the face, the Luke Skywalker head from that same figure that you can switch off, a Bruce Lee face from the Bruce Lee figure that you can switch off. Shit looks real, right? Shit looks fucking crazy. You know, all types of shit. I got Boba Fett's hand here. You know, I got Darth Vader's head sculpt to put on the SH Figuarts Vader that I have. You know, so what you do is you get yourself a case like this, my brother, and take all the accessories and you put them in here. You put them away. Now, if you can't afford these, if you can't afford those, then you get yourself a nice little fucking bag like this, and you put in all your accessories. See? You put in your fucking swords and your fucking extra Vader heads and anything that came along, staffs and little chains and stuff. You just put them in there, brother. You know? Get yourself little containers like this as well, and just have them put them all in one little box. And have a storage for them. You know what I mean? I don't lose accessories, man. And I don't allow any of my nephews to touch any of my shit. No children, even children that come in, my friends' kids, they come in to visit. I'm like, hey, kids, stay away. I will box a kid up, son. You think I'm kidding? These kids are quick to kick us in the shin and in the nuts when we touch their shit, right? Why can't we do it? Fuck that shit. You know what I mean? Roscoe says, yes, my friends joke with me all the time. about my toys. They also know I knock their teeth out with their hand with these hands, no doubt, bro. Accessories is my pet peeve. So yo, get yourself containers, Ross Clark. Get yourself containers, brother. Um, Sporting Icon says I still have nightmares remembering how I used to rip open the vinyl Cape jaw packs. Wow, man. Yeah, I remember that. Back in the 80s, they were worth thousands each now. Yeah, man, let me tell you something. I got an archive, right? I bought a bounty hunter, and I didn't want to open this card back, man. Icons, fellas, I didn't want to open this card back. This was a pretty ass card back. It's an old school throwback card back, but I had to because I'll get another one and leave it closed. But the new card backs that are coming out is like the old school ones, man. The archive collection. I got Bosk and shit the other day, and I didn't want to open this card back. So now what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna try to close this card back up. You know what I mean? Because I saved the boxes to my figures that I order and shit. I have boxes inside of a big box. You know what I mean? you know, Sporting Icon says Jawas. Yeah, man, them fucking Jawas, man. Them Jawas are worth thousands of dollars now. Roscoe says Sporting Icons, bro. I cry every time I think about my toys I lost from the 80s. You guys want to cry? Cry for a brother? I had the whole collection of the vintage Star Wars. Yeah, I had the whole collection. When I say the whole collection, I had Yoda's hut. I had the Millennium Falcon. I had Slave One. All of the fucking figures. I had the Death Star, which was like a fucking tower. It was just a tower. I had everything, bro. Sand Speeder. I had all of them. One day we go on vacation, which was a little mini vacay. So we go to New Jersey, me and my parents. And second day, a house caught on fire. Yeah. Lost all those fucking figures, man. All those weapons. The Death Star. I'm still crushed to this day. But this is why I, as a grown ass man, I have started my Star Wars collection properly now, and I'm fucking with Black Series, but I don't get it from Disney. I get it from other places. If you want to know, just hit my inbox up. I'll give you the hookup and shit. Before they put the Disney stamp on them. You know what I'm saying? They just leave the Hasbro stamp on them. Disney don't get my money. But this is why I'm also gonna get into making custom figures as well. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to make my own fucking Star Wars figures. So this is why I've been into collecting, and I started making dioramas, because that shit is a tragedy, man. Especially for a kid like myself, where not only would my Star Wars collection burn, okay, my Bionic Man, the $6 million man figure, 12-inch figure that you look through his eye and shit, you know what I mean? In his hand right here, you would open up a compartment on his forearm, and he had all the fucking, you know what I'm saying? You know, it was later on that I got He-Man and Voltron and shit, and you know what I'm saying? But being that age, man, and losing all of that, and losing your house, and losing every other fucking toy, you know what I mean? It was almost a year before I got to see a toy, bro. Know how hard that shit was? See other kids playing with toys and shit, and to a point that luckily I had good friends that they were like, yo, man, here, you can borrow it, just give it back tomorrow. And I went home and played with their toy and shit. And my father, the most, because may he rest, he always used to get me my collections, so every time I brought home a good grade, it was 4 or 5 figures. Every time I brought home a good grade, 4 or 5 figures. Every time I got 100 on a test, 2 figures. The bad guy and the good guy. Protagonist, antagonist. My father was about the shits, kid. May he rest. Love you, Dad. You know what I mean? And to go through that and now to be an adult, and to be like, okay, well, you know what? This is my hobby now. What I loved back then as an old man is my hobby now. I got no problem with it, man. Some people go to the fucking gun range. Some people go fishing. I collect Star Wars figures. I collect figures that take me back to childhood for my nostalgia fix. What's wrong with that? You know what I mean? I Ross Class says, I even get mad when my daughter loses her accessory dolls, doll accessories. Word, word, right? I used to be like that with my son too. I used to be like, Brandon, bro, I'm like that with my nephews now. I'm like, guys, look, you got to keep the guns in a different place. If you're not gonna play with the guns, right? I know you're gonna want to be pew pew, right? You want to be doing that. So what you do is you take some tape and you tape the fucking masking tape and you take the gun on their hands. And then if you're not gonna use the guns, you get a little fucking box and you put the gun in the box when you're not using it with the top on in case you kick it. It's still in the box. But you know, like I try to give them ideas that I used to do that my father used to give me when I used to grow up. You know, I try to give them they still lose their fucking accessories, bro. There's times that I sweep before I fucking vacuum and mop, bro, and I run into their fucking blades and their little fucking Power Ranger guns and shit, and I'm like, oh man, there's fucking matchboxes and shit. I go on the front lawn and shit, got matchboxes in the fucking, you know what I mean? Like accessories, they losing shit. You know, it is a pet peeve, man. He-Man was my shit too, brother. I used to fuck with He-Man hard, bro. I got so mad when I lost the Power Sword, bro. I lost my He-Man Power Sword. I got so pissed off that I told my father, when I bring home a better grade, I don't want another figure. Like, I want a new figure. If you're gonna get me two, I want a new figure, but I need a new He-Man. You know what I did? I gave my boy who had, because He-Man came with the shield, an axe, and the Power Sword. I remember. And the packaging, the card back was beautiful, bro, for Masters of the Universe. Beautiful. They gave you the comic book inside. Then when you turn it in the back, they gave you all the lineups that were coming on, and you were taking a shit when you was a kid, or you was in the corner after you played, or before bedtime, you would look at that card back and say, oh, I'm gonna fucking get those Battle Cat. Oh man, I'm gonna get right. Remember that shit? Remember that? Yeah, so you know, man, Silverhawks, Thundercats, Bionic 6, Inhumanoids, motherfuckers, Centurions. You want me to keep going? You want me to bring that nostalgia? You want me to continue going into your fucking childhood, which was mine? I will bring out shit that you. What the fuck, bro? Yeah, Robotech. You know what I mean? Roscoe says, I loved He-Man. Just bought the whole collection of He-Man Mega Constructs. They cost a lot now. Yeah, on eBay. Are gonna sell them, then they're gonna go up. Yeah, no doubt. Sporting Arca says He-Man was great. Transformers and Mask. Mask. Oh yeah, the Trans Am that used to fucking transform into a fucking a rocket, a little spaceship. The green motorcycle that used to turn into a fucking helicopter. That fucking Pathfinder type shit that used to turn into some type of fucking armored tank shit, man. Mask was the shit too, bro. Mask was the shit too, bro. Hell yeah, Icons. Remember that shit? Cops. Dan, 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 dan. Hell yeah, man. And Silverhawks. Silverhawks. Copper Kid. Throwing on his mask and shit when they was in space. Oh, man. That was the shit, bro. Bionic 6. Ooh, ooh. Come on, man. Bionics on. You crazy, son? Come on, man. I go way back with you motherfuckers, man. Icon says, yeah, I had all the vintage figures, including the last 17. Never had all the ships, though. My dad gave them away. Wow, when I was a kid. Damn. So I replaced them as an adult and then regrettably sold them 5 years ago. It's okay, man. But at least you got them back. You got a little piece of them, you know, and you did what you did, bro. Sporting Icon says Thundercats were good toys, too. They were, man. They were big-ass figures that were all stiff with a little fucking lever in the back and shit. And you know what I'm saying? And me, I was into wrestling figures. Remember when the WWF came out with them big rubber figures that were posed like this with the wrestling ring that they still make cut? My boy Adam Silverman, peace to you, my brother. He's a collector of them shits, and he buys customized ones. To this day, they make those LJN fucking rubber dolls, bro. I can't believe this shit. To this day. I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro. Template says, damn, yeah, the $6 million man. Remember that toy? The forearm? What was it? On the top of the forearm, because he did have a bionic arm, you lift up the little compartment and showed you the little thing. You look in his eye and shit, and you could see in his eye it was like a tint, like an amber tint. You know, and it had like little meters and shit and parameters and millimeters. Like, like if you were looking through his fucking eye, and it looked just like fucking Lee Myers. He came with a red and white jumpsuit with the fucking Adidas, red and white Adidas. I remember that fucking figure. That was my favorite figures. Then they made the Bigfoot figure. That when you punched him in the chest, a big fucking piece of him came out. And you seen the robotics in the Bigfoot as well. Man, all them toys, bro. I remember all them fucking toys. The vintage Batman, fucking, and the Spider-Mans. They used to have the cloth fucking clothes on with the card backs with the circles and shit. The old school, like the fucking 1977. That I think it was like the first Mezcos. The very first Mezcos, man. They had the cloth on, the plastic head, but when you looked at the hands, like a Spider-Man, he had no gloves. You know what I mean? Roscoe says Thundercats were great toys, but a horrible cartoon. Nah, man, the cartoon was great. I think the toys didn't match up to the cartoon. That's one thing in the 80s. When watching those cartoons, they were innovative. Like the Japanese animation, the style was all in those cartoons. Even G.I. fucking Joe. He'll fight for freedom wherever there's trouble. G.I. Joe is there. G.I. Joe. That's the shit, bro. Them cartoons, bro, were all Japanese animated, man. Saban, which brought us Power Rangers, right? You have Filmation. You had a lot of Japanese animation, bro. We grew up on that shit. Robotech. You know? Template says, yeah, Rasclat, I can hear that slow motion sound in my head. He'd be cheap on yeah, it'd be cheap these days. Hell yeah. They'd have to call him the $600 million man. Hell yeah. He'd be like, and it worked. It worked back then. Because when we saw the slow motion, in our imaginations, it was like he's running so fast they had to slow it down. Right? Right? Who remembers a series called Automan? Who remembers Automan? Let's see how old and how real good your fucking nostalgia is. Who remembers Automan? Sporting Archive says, I love conventions, but always tempted to spend big. Yeah, big on that stuff too. Oh, yeah, definitely, bro. Last convention I went to was the Comic-Con convention in New York, which was, I think, 2011, 2010. I took my son there, went with a couple of friends, Rob and shit, and his girlfriend, his brother. We had a blast. We had a fucking blast. Roscoe says, Kato, remove the filter words because YouTube is hiding comments, of course, words, and I have to slow them down. If I'm not on the live, some of the guys' comments won't show. Oh, really? How the hell do I do that? Let me see. There we go. All right. All right, there you go. No doubt. No doubt. My man, Red Glove Militants in the house. No doubt. All right, where were we? Sporting Icon says, what's better, Chips or TJ Hooker? I loved Chips, man. I loved Chips. I even had the motorcycle with the figures, kid. Them big ass fucking, because back then everything was big scaled. Everything was fucking 1/6 scale. Everything was huge. I had Poncherelli and fucking his other fucking partner. The question here is, what was better, Knight Rider or the Dukes of Hazzards? Making their way any way they know how. Remember that shit? Just the good old boys. I had the car. I had Bo and Luke. I had fucking Daisy Duke. I had Boss Hogg. I had all them figures, man. And the way you would put them fucking figures in the car is through the top. The fucking General Lee, the symbol, the fucking rebellion flag would lift up and you put them right in the seat. And they all fit, man. They came with its own ramp with a couple of fucking stacks of hay and shit in plastic. Toys were cool back then. Roscoe says Chips, but By not much though. Okay. Roscoe says G.I. Joe, the movie Cobra, la la la. Yeah, remember that shit? G.I. Joe, the movie where Duke died, son, or supposedly he got mortally fucking wounded by Serpentor. He caught it in the chest. Dean, shut up. He caught it in the chest. He caught it in the chest, and we all thought Duke was dead and shit. The reason why I love G.I. Joe was because they always had a special edition fucking character. They always had a special edition character you get through the fucking mail. And back then, getting a toy in the mail was the shit, especially with the Star Wars figures. See, I was part of that early bird shit with Star Wars back then when the figures first came out, and all you got was one of those fucking postcard shits with the pictures of them, and it said you would get it in March, right? The following year after Christmas, right? So here I am, Christmas Day, massive toys, but wanting all of, because my father had bought me all of the fucking figures that were available at the time. Chewbacca, Princess Leia, C-3PO, R2-D2, Han Solo, Stormtroopers, and I think one more. I can't really. Then after that, more coming out. But I was one of those card back holders. You know what I'm saying? And it was fucking great, bro. Them early bird specials, it was called. And I remember that shit. And my father always told me, I always tell my father that, because my father was trying to hold it. He didn't want me to, because, you know, you had to show proof in order to get when you had to get that. So, like, once it arrived at the post office, if you didn't show that, you couldn't get your fucking figures regardless your name was on it. So, my father will always, yo, Jeff, come on, man. Come on. Time to put it away. It was like I used to just stare at it. Just waiting for the day. And months went on. And when March hit, March 8th hit, Dad, let's go. And I picked them up. It was a box, bro. It was about this thick. And when I opened it up, it had all of them laid out. I was like, and all I heard was, and I just went on my own adventure, kid. I even went as far as to go downstairs and get a bucket of sand. And my father was like, if you're gonna play with that shit, bro, you play with that. And I actually made a little fucking diorama of a fucking sand, because remember, Star Wars back then, you know, Tatooine, the sand. Bro, the sand. Oh, Obi-Wan. There we go. I had Obi-Wan. So the sand and shit in the bathtub. Yeah, I was in the bathtub with sand and dirt and shit. And it was really easy to, you know, to clean up the mess because you're in the fucking bathtub. My father was cool, man. Father was cool, man. You know, Sporting Arc says, I never had G.I. Joe. I had Action Men, though. With huge tanks. Yeah, them fucking big Action Men. The tanks are like the size of a laptop. Hell yeah, bro. Open, that is. It's amazing how many toys we used to have. Toys today, nasty and expensive. Yeah, man. You know? It's terrible, man. It's terrible. Everyone's good, brother. How are you, Red Glove? Roscott says, at Sporting Icons, yes, way too expensive. That's why I only buy the ones I really want. Lately, it's just Marvel Legends and NECA. You got to start with the SH Figuarts, my man. The SH Figuarts and the amazing Yamaguchi. They got a fucking, which Mafex. They have the most amazing John Wick fucking 6-inch figure kit that I'm getting, and I can't wait to make a diorama with that motherfucker. They've got an awesome fucking John Wick fucking character that I must have on my mantle, kid. I must have. Sporting Icon says, love both them shows. Never had toys, though. Oh, man. Ross Cloud. Boss Hog. Yeah, Boss Hog, bro. Remember that? Clash of the Titan toys. I had those. Yo, Ross Cloud. I had the Clash of the Titan toys. I had the Kraken. I had Perseus on the fucking, on Pegasus. I had those, bro. I had Calabas. I had them all, bro. They were like 6-inch figures, bro. I had them all. Spartacus says, never had Clash of the Titans toys. Love the original movie, though, along with Jason and the Argonauts. Oh, yeah, Jason and the Argonauts. One of my favorite, man. Roscoe says, toys now have better articulation, but toys back then are still better. Yeah, man, I have to agree. I mean, nothing beats Nothing like when you look at a Luke Skywalker now and look at the first vintage Luke Skywalker, it's like shit. The Luke Skywalker's up to date in detail, blow it out, but it's nothing like looking at the original, the first figure ever. Like you're like, holy shit, this was the first. This was the first motherfucker. Like this was the first ever. Wow. And you can see the transition into the designs and the way they just graduated, man. It's fucking beautiful. You know what I'm saying? It's beautiful, man. Swearing says I never liked the remake Star Wars toys when they made them like Muscle Man. Yeah, I didn't like those. I didn't like those either. I didn't like those either. The Black Series now, the ones now, the Black Series, bro. Man, these guys make dynamic. Hasbro, bro. They make look. This is Han Solo, man. Look at the likeness in that, and this articulated. This doesn't stay in one pose. It moves. The gun. If I was to take the gun out, the gun itself has a brown fucking wooden handle that you can see that's painted with articulation. Okay, it moves. This guy's whole fucking he moves all over the place. Like these guys are so articulated, man, and I'm so happy that they came out with this. This is why I fuck with the Black Series. I fuck with the SH Figure Arts. You know these right here, man. You know this is the Empire Strikes Back. The best been Han Solo. You know what I mean? But you know, there are some figures today that I'll fuck with. You know, they just have to be very articulated. They have to be, they have to look very. They have to catch my eye. You know what I mean? They have to catch my eye, and they have to be at an affordable price because I refuse to pay. Like that Luke Skywalker right there from SH Figure Arts. At first, they wanted $89.99 for that, for this Star Wars, for this guy right here. Now, I'm going to tell you something right now. This is a badass fucking Luke Skywalker. Looks just like Mark Hamill. Has his features. Look at the lightsaber. Right? Look at the detail on this. Patent leather fucking boots. Like, this is a badass figure. They wanted $89.99 for this. I called my hookup. Got in touch with my hookup. And I got and this is the real SH Figure Arts. Luke Skywalker. I got this motherfucker for about $25. Now, I'd rather pay $25 than $89. You feel what I'm saying? So I paid $5 more than I would pay for a Black Series figure and what, 50 something more dollars less than I would pay for the figure itself. You know what I mean? I play the Jedi mind trick. These are not the prices I'm looking for. These aren't the prices he's looking for. And all of a sudden, I get my bargain, brother. You know what I'm saying? All right, Ross Clyde, no doubt, my brother. Salute. May the force be with you. God bless. Stay vigilant, brother. MOBC in the house, baby. My own boxing community. Haha. No doubt, bro. Ross Clyde says, Sporting says, you remember the WWF figures that were rubber? Yeah, with the whole, yeah. I was saying that the big fucking figures with the big ass wrestling ring, bro, I had mostly all of them. I had all of them except for the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, and the Ultimate Warrior. I never got to get those, but I got everyone else, bro. I got everyone else. Billy Jack Haynes, what the fuck was that guy? Don't go messing with a country boy, a country boy, a country boy. Though that farmer Luke, whatever the fuck his name was. I had Axe Smash Demolition. I had all of them except for those two, man. You know what I mean? And then they had the ones with the thumb wrestlers as well. I remember that. He goes, a friend of mine used to collect 12-inch Star Wars. His attic was full of that stuff. Wow. Yeah, them 12 inches. I have a 12-inch Sideshow collectible Luke Skywalker, the same one I just showed you, but he's totally different. He's dressed in the brown, the black Jedi Master with the real fucking, it's like a silk robe. That shit cost me about $150 back in the days. Now the price went up. That shit's worth $1,000 now. I'll pull it out and show you one day. Hillbilly Jim, there we go. Yeah, Hillbilly Jim. I had him as well. You know what I mean? Exactly. Icon, I did that the other day. I ordered the Mace Windu. These motherfuckers, it's a Black Series. So I pre-ordered it, right? And I also did it with the Princess Leia Bespin edition. So these motherfuckers were talking about, oh yeah, $35.99, and I'm like, dude, I know these are $19.99. So I told them these aren't the prices I'm looking for. So he goes, okay, $15.99 each. So, bro, the Jedi mind trick works all the time when it comes to hunting for my figures, bro. There hasn't been a company that has not fallen into my Jedi mind trick, especially when you're ordering online. That's the best thing to do. These aren't the prices I'm looking for. You will get your price, bro. Trust me. Try it. Try it. Try it. But you must believe. You must believe. You know what I mean? My best vintage Star Wars figure. Well, since, like I said, I had them all. I had that whole collection, but the best one that I really treasured, really treasured was Boba Fett. I treasured Boba Fett like a motherfucker. He had the little missile coming out in the back here. You crazy, bro? He looked crazy. That was my favorite little figure, man. Boba Fett. Boba Fett. Don't ask me why, when we went on the vacation, the little mini vacay that weekend, why I didn't take Boba Fett with me. I just decided to leave all my toys home. You know, like I was never one of those little boys who would take their toys with them. You know what I'm saying? Because I always learned, like I always see other little boys losing their toys and shit, and I'm like, ah. So I leave that shit for home. If I was going to my friend's house, I put them shits in a case. Like I had the Star Wars carrying case for your characters. I would take that case, put them in there. If I was bringing weapons, I would count my weapons. You know what I'm saying? If we had the same figures, I would fucking take nail polish remover. Thank you, Grandma. May you rest as well. She used to tell me, make a little small mark on the bottom of your toys. And I used to do that right on the bottom of the foot. So that way we wouldn't mix them up. And I used to have a lot of little thieving motherfucking friends. That's my Luke Skywalker. No, it's not. That's mine. Yours is all scraped up. Mine is brand fucking new. Look and turn it over and it will have the red fucking nail polish, fucking, you know what I'm saying, spot on it. That's mine. And then I would show the motherfuckers so they couldn't try it again. Then one smart motherfucker by the name of Nestor, he tried that shit with one of my He-Man characters. I think he tried to trade his Beastman. Now his Beastman had a white face. The nose of the Beastman, his shit was rubbed off. Mine was brand new, and it was still stiff. You know, because I knew how to articulate. I played with articulation when I was young. I knew how to play with my figures. I just wasn't. I wasn't doing that shit. His Beastman, since they had rubber in the joints and shit, shit was all over the place, right? So this little motherfucker tried to tell me, "Oh, this is my Beastman. I put a mark on the bottom of the feet." I'm like, motherfucker, so do I. Number one, that's not the Beastman you got. That's not your Beastman. That's my Beastman. No, it's not. That's my Beastman. You want to fight? We could fight. I don't care. But that's my Beastman. You know how I know? Because your Beastman is a piece of shit. Look at his arms, how they're wiggling, and look at his fucking face. Mine's a brand new. If you look at all my fucking characters, they're fucking brand new. Give me my toys. I was like that when I was a little kid. I took care of my shit. You know what I'm saying? I took care of my shit. And there wasn't not one motherfucker, bro, that would even dare. Even there was one time my cousin Andy, man, he did that shit to me. He came over. He lived all the way in fucking New Jersey, West Bubblefuck, fucking Cherry Hill, New Jersey. And this motherfucker, bro, he took one of my figures, the Han Solo, and I had to wait a whole fucking Christmas because we would go to the, you know how the families go to house from house to house, you know, right? Christmas, one year they come to ours, the next year we'll go to theirs, then the following year we'll go to someone else's, you know, in the family, right? So it was their turn. This motherfucker had duplicates of almost every Star Wars figure, right? And of course, mine had the, you know, so of course mine was looking brand new. I already knew my shit was there. I already knew I just couldn't wait. So when I went in, yeah, Andy, motherfucker. Yeah, you, motherfucker. So my cousin Andy, so as soon as we went into his, I went right up into his room. He had the at as well as shit. You know, by that time we was already up to the Return of the Jedi figures, which were built the same way. And I looked in his toy chest. Yo, Jeff, let's play. I said, I'm looking for my Han Solo. I ain't speak to him for almost a whole year just for that fucking episode right there. And I said, you got my Han Solo. So in comes my aunt. Oh, what are you talking about? He don't steal. That's my Han Solo right there. it's got a red mark on his foot. My father and my mother came in and they said, there it goes. My cousin Andy tried to say, oh, I took it by mistake. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't take it by mistake. Because you already had Han Solo. It's just your Han Solo looked fucked up. Yo, and he kept my shit in good condition. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. But I left with my Han Solo. That whole fucking stay where we went and traded gifts and stuff like that, he was mad. He was upset. And I just kept fucking with him. You want to fight? You want to fight? You want to fight? Because I really wanted to smack the shit out of him from stealing from me. You know what I mean? But that, you know, those were the toy beefs. You know, Sporting Icon says, mine was Princess Leia in white. Only because it took my mom forever to find it. For now. Yeah, wow. Yeah, to complete the 77 cadet. She was very hard to find at the time. I remember that because my sister wanted one. There were times that I couldn't get my sister to stop fucking with my Princess Leia fucking figure. And I'd walk, stop, take it. Come home from school, stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, and she went into the toy section and found one hidden and bought it for my sister. You know what I'm saying? And she still would take my Princess Leia and have double Princess Leias, and I'm like, no, and I already knew which one was mine because I put a mark on the bottom of the foot, thanks to Grandma, no doubt. You know what I mean? Sporting says, yeah, many of my figures went missing because of thieving friends. My mom banned friends coming over because of it. Yeah, bro, not me, bro. I regulated, bro. I regulated. Like I never had friends over. I never had friends over my house. I would always bring my toys to their house. You know what I mean? My boy Nicholas with his G.I. Joes, I would always come because my grandmother used to buy Avon from his mom, right? So the way we met was we had just moved into the building at the time because of that fire, right? So we moved into, you know, fucking huge co-op and shit. And my grandmother had brought me down to this lady's house, and I had my G.I. Joe figures. And of course, you know, I already knew what she was going to do, you know, pick up and talk. When mothers sat down and talked, they talked for fucking hours, and you just sitting there at the fucking table. Most of us fell asleep, but we had to stay, right? All of a sudden, she had a son, Nicholas, and he's looking, and I'm looking at him in the hallway, and they're talking, and he's like, and I'm like, okay, and I go in Nicholas's room, and this motherfucker had G.I. Joes galore. I'm talking about a mountain full of colors because there were so many fucking G.I. Joe figures. And from that day forth, bro, it was always, if I was going to his house when either my grandmother was going down to get some Avon figures or just to kick it with his mother, or I would just go down to his house and just play with, you know what I'm saying? You know, and of course, other guys got involved in shit and fucked up the circle between me and him as to, you know, being the guys with it, because then his shit started missing, and, you know, the other guy would try to blame me, and you know, Nick always knew it wasn't me that stole it because I always come down with my own shit. You know what I'm saying? I always hated those stingy friends. Like, there was one friend named Mike. This motherfucker had the aircraft carrier for G.I. Joe, that huge shit. He was stingy as a motherfucker. We knew you couldn't bring it down to Nick's house. We knew you couldn't bring it outside. You sure wasn't coming to my house to play with that shit. But could we go up to your house and play? Yeah, you can. But you can't play on it. You can play around it. Get the fuck out of here. Here I come with my F-14 fucking G.I. Joe jet, ready to land the shit on the aircraft carrier, and I can't touch the aircraft carrier. What kind of shit is that? That's how it was, you know. Icon says, for upset because someone stole the carbonite chamber. What? They stole your carbonite chamber? So for a long time, I had a solo with no carbonite. Oh man, they stole the carbonite chamber, motherfuckers, man. That fucking sucks. I had that shit. I would have been tight. I would have been like, yo, you just fucked up my collection. Like, oh man, bro. You know, but you know what? it's all said and done. We're men now. We can possess whatever we want. And that's what we're doing. And soon I will be making my figures. Otherwise than that, I'm your boy Jay Cotto coming to you with the Star Wars and boxing news. And we're live again, no doubt. Thanks to Sporting Icons and all the subscribers from the boxing communities all the way to the Star Wars community. I'm your boy Jay Cotto, telling the truth within the Star Wars world, boxing, and life itself. You guys take it easy. Have a good night. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, Sporting Icons, man. Much love to you. Peace to England. Peace to everybody that's following me. One love, man. God bless. Stay vigilant. May the force be with you. Peace.